Welcome back to Reds Fusion LFC. What a whirlwind of drama, passion, and pure Liverpool energy we've just witnessed. From Arne Slot sending a powerful message to the fans, to Dominik Szoboszlai making Jamie Carragher's wish come true amid that heated Salah storyline. This is a moment every Red will be talking about. And if that wasn't enough, we've got a huge Salah update. Plus, the Florian Wirtz VAR verdict after that controversial penalty against Inter Milan. Buckle up. Reds Today's news is absolutely explosive. Let's dive in. Arne Slot sends message to Liverpool fans after what they chanted during Inter Milan win. Slot was delighted with the mentality of his players after their win at the San Siro. Slot praised the great mentality of his Liverpool players as he responded to the show of support from supporters after a memorable Champions League victory. Dominik Szoboszlai's penalty 2 minutes from time earned the Reds a 1-2-0 win at Inter in Milan on Tuesday evening to breathe new life into their faltering season. Liverpool went into the game without Mohamed Salah after the winger was left out of the squad following his explosive comments having been benched for a third game in succession at Leeds United at the weekend. And Slot has hailed the manner in which his players made light of the inevitable distraction to extend their recent unbeaten run to 4 games. It's all I could ask for. The 4th game in 10 days, which you don't see a lot in football. 3-7 is already a lot, with only 13 outfield players available with Champions League and Premier League experience. After the blow, we conceded the 3-2-3 at Leeds in extra time, where we deserved so much more. So to go into this stadium against a strong Inter team, you couldn't have asked for more. I think we deserved to be on the right side, but the margins were small. The traveling Liverpool support aired their backing for Slot with chants early in the game, which were repeated at length when the Reds boss went to acknowledge the away fans after the final whistle. And Slot said, "What it means that the fans sing for me. That means a lot. But I said yesterday, it's not about me. It's about the team, and they were there for the team." It shows you one more time that if things go against us or there is a hard time, we are all there for each other and we fight for each other. And that's what the fans showed today. Liverpool have now moved on to 12 points from their first 6 Champions League games, having responded to their humiliating 4-1 loss to PSV Eindhoven last time out in the competition. Their current total makes it likely they will qualify for the knockout stages, which they can make certain with games in the new year at home to Qarabag and away at Marseille. "It was mainly for us, very important we got a result today," said Slot. "An away game still to play, and a home game. So we needed points. We knew how difficult it would be over here as they have been so strong in this stadium. It was a great result, like it was against Real Madrid. It's the weird thing. We've had a few special results this season, beating Arsenal, Real Madrid, Newcastle away, Villa at home. That's why it's so surprising we have dropped points in other games. Last few games players have fought so hard and shown mentality and not always got what we deserved, but tonight at least we did in difficult circumstances. The decisive penalty was given after a lengthy VAR check when Alessandro Bastoni was adjudged to have pulled the shirt of substitute Florian Wirtz. Inside the area, Liverpool had a goal from Ibrahima Konate contentiously ruled out for handball by Hugo Ekitike in the first half. After an even longer check, and Slot said, "After we had to accept a referee decision that could have gone another way as well. But that has been the story of our season. We had a great mentality in the second half. We go better and better and better. We were close to scoring already with Bradley and Ekitike. In the end, we got a penalty, which, if it was one we could have got 10 times this season. I don't think it would. have been given in the Premier League, but the disallowed goal was more a clear wrong than the penalty. Dominik Szoboszlai grants Jamie Carragher Liverpool wish amid Mohamed Salah fu Dominik. Szoboszlai scored the only goal as Liverpool beat Inter Milan 1-0 in the Champions League, with Mohamed Salah watching from home following his bombshell. Interviewed Jamie Carragher got exactly what he wanted as Liverpool secured a 1-0 win over Inter Milan in Mohamed Salah's absence. The 33-year-old was dropped from Liverpool's Champions League squad for their San Siro clash after delivering explosive comments following the Reds' 3-2-3 stalemate with Leeds United on Saturday. In a bombshell interview, Salah claimed the club had betrayed him and revealed he had no rapport with head coach Arne Slot. Carragher delivered a fiery retort to Salah's remarks on Sky Sports Monday Night Football, with the former Liverpool centre-back labeling the attacker a disgrace and claiming it was choreographed by him and his agent to cause maximum damage. The pundit also implied that Salah was attempting to engineer Slot's dismissal. Then on Tuesday afternoon, responding to a social media message from Salah, Carragher confessed he hadn't wanted Liverpool to win a game more than tonight for a long time. The Reds delivered for Carragher, securing a 1-0 victory at Inter through Dominik Szoboszlai's spot kick winner, following Florian Wirtz being fouled in the penalty area. Szoboszlai dispatched the ball beyond Jan Sommer from 12 yards, sharing his post-match thoughts. Carragher quote-tweeted his earlier message and declared, "Get in," accompanied by a flexed biceps emoji and the red love heart emoji. In reality, Liverpool merited their victory over Inter. They dominated for large periods and registered more attempts, efforts on target, and boasted superior expected goals XG. The result provided much-needed relief for Slot as well, with the Dutchman facing mounting scrutiny after Salah's interview and a disappointing spell of just one victory in 6 outings, discussing an outstanding victory for the Reds and Salah's notable absence. Ex-Liverpool striker Daniel Sturridge commented on Amazon Prime Video's match coverage. Salah is going to be watching at home, wishing he was here, wishing he could have helped the team. In the moment, there is a level of reflection. Because it is so raw now and it is so fresh, it is hard to reflect on the situation. We are in it. We have all been through ups and downs. I think for Mo right now, I think he wants to help the team get back to where they have been, which was at the top. I think watching what's happened, you want to be part of it. You're at home. You're sat there. This goes for players who are injured and players who are in this situation. The last thing you want to do is not be part of it. I think that is, of course, going to be hurting him because he knows. He loves playing for this club. I know this. Mo has told me I love this football club. I don't want to leave this club. This is where I want to be. He wants to be a Liverpool player, but he wants to play. I think they will have a conversation. I can't speak for Mo and what he is going to do. I don't know how he is going to feel, but I think there needs to be another conversation between the manager and Mohamed Salah. Mohamed Salah sees one. Liverpool role filled already as Arne Slot gets message he was waiting for. ECHO verdict as Liverpool earned a superb 1-0 victory over Inter Milan in the Champions League. No Mohamed Salah. No problem. With their outspoken superstar left back at home, Liverpool's players delivered their biggest result of the season for beleaguered Arne Slot and the chants saluting the Reds' boss that drifted down from the traveling cop high up in the stands at San Siro after the final whistle of this impressive Champions League triumph demonstrated that they, as well as his players, remained firmly behind the Dutchman. Dominik Szoboszlai's contentious penalty 2 minutes from time saw off Inter herein Milan and suggested fortune was perhaps now starting to turn in favor of Slot. After a difficult season was made even more so by Salah's blistering outburst at the weekend having been dropped for a third game in a row, it won't have passed unnoticed that, as Liverpool's usual penalty taker, it should have been the Egyptians stepping up to settle this match. Instead, Szoboszlai's composed finish was no less than the visitors deserved after a performance that bore all the hallmarks of last season's Premier League triumph rather than side that went into this match with just 4 wins out of 15. Liverpool's committed display hardly smacked of a team that wasn't playing for their head coach. On this evidence, the rift appears not to have extended beyond Salah and Slot, nor could there be any question marks over the character of the Reds team who, while missing other key players, were happy taking the game to Inter whenever possible. They weren't affected by the ongoing maelstrom. The Italian hosts had failed to win only one of their previous 12 home Champions League games, but had been frustrated long before the late drama, with the penalty awarded after a lengthy VAR checked for a pull of the shirt on substitute Florian Wirtz by Alessandro Bastoni, and this was the perfect response from Liverpool to the embarrassing 4-1 loss at home to PSV Eindhoven last time out in the Champions League. Progress to the knockout stages now seems a certainty. Had Salah kept his thoughts in-house, he would almost certainly have started for a first time in 4 games with Cody Gakpo and Federico Chiesa absent through injury and illness, respectively. The lack of attacking options went some way too, forcing Slot's hand by starting with Alexander Isak and Hugo Ekitike in tandem in attack for only the second time. The previous occasion may have seen Liverpool earn a 5-1 Champions League success at Eintracht Frankfurt in October, but the experiment was cut short due to Isak departing at halftime with a groin injury. It lasted until the 68th minute this time, with the jury very much still out on its effectiveness. Ekitike was the more lively performer, although Isak at least appeared more involved, particularly during the first half. Wirtz had been the catalyst for that romp against Frankfurt, but having started 3 games in a week after returning from injury, his benching was one of 4 changes made by Slot in response to Saturday's dramatic 2-3 Premier League draw at Leeds United, as much through necessity as design given the absences. The Reds' boss employed a diamond midfield, which proved pivotal in helping Liverpool first settle any early nerves and then restrict the threat of the home team. It helped that Liverpool had the game's stellar performer in Ryan Gravenberch, whose ability on the ball was matched by his eagerness to maintain possession in the midfield scrap and the noose to sense danger that saw him twice thwart dangerous Inter progress. Alongside him, Szoboszlai, again impressed, while the busy Curtis Jones had perhaps his best game of the season on the left of the diamond. Liverpool given Florian Wirtz VAR verdict after controversial penalty decision. V's Inter Milan after Liverpool overcame Inter Milan with a rather contentious penalty. Arne Slot's side were handed a penalty verdict from UEFA, have clarified why Liverpool were handed a controversial penalty against Inter Milan, despite Andrew Robertson admitting it was a soft decision. Dominik Szoboszlai took over penalty duties from the absent Mohamed Salah and smashed home a late winner from 12 yards for Arne Slot's side. It proved a crucial moment for the reigning Premier League champions, who had earlier seen Ibrahima Konate's header be controversially chalked off for handball following a VAR review, whilst the Reds were arguably hard done by with their opening goal being disallowed. Alan Shearer stated they were lucky to be awarded their second-half penalty. Florian Wirtz, who had made an impressive impact after coming on as a substitute, was inside the box when he felt Inter defender Alessandro Bastoni grab the back of his shirt. The £116 million player hit the deck after sensing the shirt tug, though his appeal was initially waved away. Nevertheless, referee Felix Swayer was instructed to check the pitchside monitor to determine whether the shirt pull warranted a penalty. The match official concluded it did, and awarded the spot kick Szoboszlai. Then confidently converted an emphatic penalty beyond Inter keeper Jan Sommer. UEFA swiftly provided their reasoning behind the official's decision. Their explanation said, VAR review complete. Decision overturned. Penalty awarded. Penalty, foul. Inter's player, number 95, pulled an opponent from the back. Shearer claimed the Inter squad would be fuming with the decision. Whilst ex-Premier League official Mark Clattenburg shared his expert view on the call. The Newcastle-based former referee stated it was a shirt pull. However, that shirt pull, the player went down straight afterward. You know what? This is what is crazy about VAR. We all agree, as football people, that this is not a penalty, and now he is going to end up giving this as a penalty because of the shirt pull and the slow-motion replays. Given the controversial nature of the disallowed goal, Slot, his squad and Liverpool fans might argue they deserved a slice of luck. It capped off a superb away display in the Champions League for the Reds. Even Liverpool defender Robertson conceded the penalty was rather generous. The Scotland international commented, "The penalty? It looked soft. But if it's anywhere also on the pitch, it probably gets given." Thankfully, we got that one. Prior to kickoff, Inter had triumphed in 14 of their previous 17 fixtures at the San Siro across all competitions. Slot's team also made the trip to Italy without Salah, who remained in Liverpool following his furious tirade after the 3-2-3 away stalemate with Leeds United. The outcome lifted Liverpool to 8th place in the Champions League standings on 12 points, though numerous other sides are yet to feature tomorrow night.